Hello, everyone. Today I want to share a simple yet powerful story with you. It's not about riches. It's not about fame. It's about something much deeper, the power of focus. And by the end of this story, you may discover something that can quietly transform your entire life. There was once a peaceful village, surrounded by endless green fields, warm sunlight, and a slow, simple way of life. In that village lived a boy named Raghav. Raghav was not ordinary. He was intelligent, hardworking, and deeply sincere. But life was not easy for him. Raghav lived with his mother, and every day began before the sun even rose. While others were still asleep, he was already in the fields, plowing the soil, watering crops, working until sweat covered his body. Only after all that, he would return home, wash up, and sit down to study, but time was never on his side. Still, the entire village believed in him. They say Raghav will top the exams. Such a bright boy. And Raghav believed it too. He gave everything he had, then came the exam season. Days in the fields, nights under a dim flickering lamp. He studied with tired eyes but a determined heart. Finally, the results came, and in that moment, everything changed. Raghav failed just one subject, but it was enough to break him. Not because of the result, but because of the people. The same villagers who once praised him now whispered behind his back, "Look at him, the smart boy who failed. All that confidence for nothing." Their words weren't loud, but they were sharp, like thorns. Slowly piercing his heart, Raghav stayed silent, but inside, he was falling apart. One evening, after a long, exhausting day, he went to meet his teacher, Teacher Karim, an old man with calm eyes and a peaceful presence. Raghav stood there quietly. "Teacher, I can't bear it anymore," he said softly. "They laugh at me. They mock me. Every single day." The teacher listened patiently. Then he said something unexpected. "Tomorrow morning, I want you to do something." Raghav looked confused. "What is it, teacher?" "Take a large pot, fill it completely with milk, and walk through the village path." Then the teacher paused. "But remember, not even one drop must fall." Raghav didn't understand, but he trusted his teacher. So he agreed. The next morning, the sun rose gently over the fields. Birds began to sing, and the village slowly came to life. Raghav filled a large pot with fresh milk, right to the very top. The surface was still, but heavy. One small mistake, and everything would spill. He stepped outside carefully. Slowly, as expected, the villagers gathered again. Whispers started. Laughter followed. Judgment filled the air. But something strange happened that day. Raghav didn't react. His eyes were fixed on the pot, his hands steady, his breath calm. He didn't hear the laughter. He didn't see the faces. The world around him began to fade. All he could feel was focus. The voices turned into distant echoes. The people disappeared into the background. And only one thing remained real: the pot in his hands. Step by step, he walked the entire path, reached the fields, and not a single drop spilled. Later he returned to his teacher. "Teacher, something strange happened," he said. "I didn't hear anything. I saw nothing. I was completely focused." The teacher smiled and said gently, "That is the lesson. When your mind is deeply focused on your goal, your work, your purpose, people's words lose their power. The noise disappears." In that moment, something shifted inside Raghav. A deep calm, a quiet strength. From that day on, he changed. He stopped listening to the noise. He stopped chasing approval. Instead, he focused. He studied with clarity, worked with peace, walked with confidence. The village didn't change, but Raghav did, and that changed everything. He prepared for his exams again, day by day, with discipline, with silence, with focus, and slowly his fear faded. His confidence returned. His mind became stronger than ever before. One morning, as he stood watching the sunrise. Golden light touched his face, and for the first time in a long time, he smiled. Because now he understood, when your mind is focused, the world becomes quiet, just like a camera blurs the background. Focus removes everything that doesn't matter. So if you ever feel hurt, if people doubt you, if the noise becomes too loud, remember Raghav, hold your goal like that pot of milk. Steady, careful, focused, and let everything else fade away. Because in the end, focus is not just a skill, it is your greatest protection. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to share, and subscribe to Tales by Hasiba for more powerful stories like this. Until next time, stay focused. Stay strong.